What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you the most efficient way to use the mine in Legend of Mushroom. Um, and just some tips and pointers. So I'm at 1,739 meters, so not that deep, but our server's only been open for a few days, and I don't spend very much money on the game. Okay, so I'm just going to go down and I'm just going to give you some tips on situations that I get in on the way, and like when to use your uh, special thing. What do they call it? There's the TNT dynamite, whatever it's called, and the other one. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we'll start going down. So in a situation like this, so basically you always want to be going lower as efficiently as possible while using the best, like using your pickaxe on the best square possible, which will either give you some ore or give you like skill coupons or power coupons, or basically maximizing what you get. So for this situation, on the right there's an empty space underneath the line. So if I break this, I already get a free, a second jump down, that's an obvious one, but you want to think about that in combination with where the ore is. So there was an ore over there, so that was like a 2-in-1. Um, I want. I go for every one of these special things you see, unless it's like very, very hard to get to, or behind lots of stone. But like 90%, you're gonna want to grab all of these sort of things. So for this situation, I'm going to. This is a good situation to use one of these things because it's gonna take me 3 squares at least to get to that TNT. And with this, it's going to take me 3 pickaxes at least to get to that TNT. And with this, I can get those other 2 ores at the same time, as well as getting more opened up below. So that's a good situation to use it. And then when you're in a situation like this, where you've got quite a bit open, you want to be going down in one of these 2 middle squares. These 2 squares. Because when you're in the middle, you're more open to things on either side of you. If you're going down on the very side down here, you can only open this square next to you. When you're in the middle, you can open either side depending on which way is the better option, or which has the more ores or drops and stuff like that. So we'll carry on down. Situations like this is a good one. So this is a very small detail, but something to consider. So it's going to take 2 pickaxes to break through the stone, or it's going to take 2 pickaxes to get around this. In this situation, it really doesn't matter because they're both in the middle. They're both the 2 middle squares. But if this was moved over one to the left, I would say go around, because then you're going to stay more in the middle. So yeah, try to think about those little things like that, because it doesn't seem like much, but over time, especially if you're a free-to-play player, these are the little things that are going to really add up, and you're going to get, the faster you get to a certain depth. I can't actually click this up here, but my pause recording button is up there, so I'm not even going to try and click that. But yeah, the lower you get, the more ratio of ores you get. So you want to, the faster you get down there, the more ore you're going to get over time, because that compounds the longer you're down there, So I'm just going to either way right now. And for this situation, instead of going to the side and down, I'm going to go down here into the side, because then that opens up both of these squares, so I can see around, what's more around all of here on both of these. Instead of if I just went this way, then this square is still blocked. So situation, you want to go down and into the side. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff coming up. So also another thing with the drill things, that's what they call drills. Sorry, I forgot before. With the drills, obviously you can only use them on an empty space, so I can't use it on like this row, for example. Oh shit, I used my pickaxes. I wasn't meant to. That doesn't matter though. But I can't use it. I couldn't have used it there before, but now I can because that's open. But in another thing to note with them is they go straight down in a line, and then they also break the squares on either side of the bottom. So that if I put one on this row, oh my god, I keep clicking with my pickaxes. If I put one on that row, it would break the two on either side of that drill, but I'm obviously not going to use that now because I just wasted pickaxes, so I might as well just use those. Although this isn't a bad one to use a TNT on as well, because you get four things in the one. So I try and use TNT on things that I get minimum 4 things on. So I might as well just use one now just to have an example of using one of them. And then I think this is worth grabbing as well, just because those yellow ones give quite a lot of ore. So for here, this TNT is quite far away from where I'm at, and I value the drills and the TNT about the same, so it's, I think it's worth using one to get one, especially because I'm also going to be opening up the squares below this if I use a drill here. So I'd chuck a drill down here rather than using 4 to 5 pickaxes to get through the middle. And I normally don't take these smaller ores if they're like by themselves, unless I can get a cluster of them together and use a TNT or a drill, because they give you barely any. So I only get them if they're in the actual direction I'm going. Otherwise, I find it's not really worth it. So in this situation, I could either go through the stone, or I could go around and down, and I would rather go around and down because I'm still going to be in the middle squares, as well as grabbing ore on the way. So it's worth it to do that there. Keep heading down. So for this situation, the same thing. I'm going to do the square at the bottom instead of the one to the side, because then it opens up around the square that I just hit as well. See, you could use a drill there and get 3 for 1, but I don't think a drill's worth 3 of the smaller ores. I'm just going to use pickaxes to grab that. And this situation here, I would recommend using a drill, because if I use a drill, so in the second row from the left, column from the left, sorry, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops in one, because I get all of them in that row, as well as the ore to the side of it at the bottom. So we use that there. We'll keep going down. I'm going to grab that. I see right there, I actually made a mistake. I shouldn't have gone that way. I should have gone from the top down, because it still would have been 2 squares, but I also would have got that skill coupon on the way. So I miss things like that, and sometimes I don't do things the most efficient way as well sometimes, but I have been trying to take note of the little things, because it does compound and add up to a lot more in the long run. So right here, you could either break a block of the dirt in the second column up the top, and then use a drill to go down, and you'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in one. But what I would say to do here is try and think about the radius that TNT goes. So you can see here, it's going to break all those blocks. So if I get a TNT on this block, it's going to break everything around there, around that cluster. So it's actually worth just using 2 of them there, and then dropping a TNT there, grabbing all of that. So yeah, situations like that are really good when you get a big cluster, because as long as you have TNT and you haven't used it all already, you can really maximize what you're getting. And if you have used it all, you can also get some from the family shop as well, assuming that you haven't used all of those as well yet. So this situation here, breaking these stone in either of the middle one is going to take me to the same depth for the same amount, because there's an empty block under that one, so I'm going to be down there as well. But I'm going to actually go for the higher one, because then I am closer to that ore on the right, because I'm going to go for that, because they give you quite a bit. just like that, and then we'll carry on down. I don't really care to go for the gems unless they're like really on my way. Like even if they're right next to me, I usually won't grab them because you get like 20. It's not really worth the pickaxe in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go straight directly down here. Keep going down. Okay, right here we have three things at the very bottom, and then 2 things in that row. The second row, second column, whatever. So I'm just gonna break this block at the top and chuck a drill down there because it'll grab all of those and the bottom 3. So very efficient. We will keep going down, and I'll just do a little bit more because I think I've covered things for the most part. I'm going to use a drill on the left side because I can get 4 things and I've got 5 drills, so why not? And see, right here I'm going to be going away from the middle because it's cheaper to go down the left side. So you still want to go down the cheapest route, obviously. And I'm still going to just go down there because it's cheaper. And it's not ideal because you stray from the middle, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to use kind of a sacrifice of a drill to get a drill and also to bring me back to the middle. So if I can get to this block here, I can drop a drill and it will go down, and it will also break this block and this block. So I'm just going to break this one here, pop a drill, and that's going to get me down there. And I'm back in the middle now, which is more ideal. This situation here, I can either go down the block that I was just digging, or I can do these higher up ones. They have a gap underneath, so they're going to get me to the same place. So I'm going to go that way because I can grab the gems at the same time. And then we'll keep going down. So yeah, I think I've covered everything I can think of for the most part, most situations that you'll get into, and just what to do. Right here I'm going to use a TNT because there is 5 things I can get right there, so why not? Those ores give you quite a lot, those yellow ones. So I'll grab that ore on the way down. Okay, so I'm going to grab this drill, see what's below it, nothing much. So then I'm going to use that drill up here and get me back to the middle, as well as grabbing that TNT. We've got another TNT here, so I'm getting quite a lot of rewards on the way down in this run. I don't know if the rewards get better as you get deeper or not, but they do seem like, I feel like I get a bit more clusters and bigger clusters of things as I've gotten deeper, so that's kind of my experience with it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't know. I might have just gotten lucky for all I know. I'm tempted to use a TNT there, but I'm not going to because I don't really care about these ores, and I don't really care about the coupon much as well because you get literally 1. So I'm pretty sure you get 1 unless you get research that affects it. I'm not sure. But if there was like a drill or a TNT instead of that coupon or one of the ores, I would have done it. So this is a bit of a 50-50 because I can take that stone or I can go around it and grab that ore, but then I'll be going away from the middle, and I'd rather actually not do that just because those ores give you barely anything, and I'd rather be in the middle. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up now because I feel like I've covered pretty much everything, most situations you'll get into. I hope this has helped maximize your efficiency, and hope you are all enjoying this game as much as I am, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.